Hey y'all! So I am gonna make some meatloaf for supper tonight. I had planned on already having it started, but life happens, especially when you have kids and running behind at work. So we're gonna start out by a pound of meat. I kind of measured this out. I like to buy the big rolls at Aldi, and I just cut it up and put it in freezer bags. So sometimes I do like 1 pound of meat, sometimes I do 2 pounds. And I flatten it all out in freezer bags and put it in the freezer. And that way it's easier to thaw out for the day for a meal or whatever I need to do. So we've got our 1 pound of meat here. We're going to take some Lipton onion soup. This is not the Lipton brand. This is either the Great Value brand or the Aldi brand. I normally do not buy like name brand stuff. I try to do the cheapest as I can. You're just going to take 1 pack of that, put it in. We do need to get 1 egg that is beaten. So I've got a large egg here. I'll put it in our bowl. And we're just going to mix that up real well. Alright, pour it in our bowl here. Then we're going to take a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I normally also buy the off-brand of breadcrumbs, or if I don't have any that are already processed, I just take loaf bread, put it in the food processor, mix it up until I get a 1/2 cup. You can also use the Italian bread. That is just the plain that I use today. Also, I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of milk. Just pour that in. And then a 1/4 cup of ketchup. Okay. And then we're going to use a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I probably do not say that right. I'm from the country, so it comes out just how it is. We're going to use 1 tablespoon. And then we're going to take some garlic powder. And it mainly calls for like a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm just going to kind of measure that with eyeballing it. And then we want some pepper. Same thing, just going to eyeball it. About 1/2 teaspoon. I'm kind of weird about raw meat and getting it mixed, so I have gloves. We're just going to take it and mix it up really well. Once we get this all mixed up, we're going to make it into a loaf. And I like to use just like a cookie sheet. I have it sprayed down with aluminum on top of the sheet, of course. It's just easier to clean up. We've got it all mixed up pretty good. Place it on my cookie sheet. Kind of mush it down. Sometimes to make it fun, if it's like a holiday, like Valentine's Day, or I've even done a pumpkin for Halloween, I made it in those shapes. My family absolutely loves it. We love all holidays around here. I'm going to kind of smush it down a little bit. It cooks faster if it's not as thick. Okay, so I think that's good there. Go ahead and take my gloves off. I already have my oven preheated to 350, so I'm going to pop this in my oven. And I'm going to set this at 45 minutes and come back and check on it a little bit. A lot of people like to put their glaze on top of their meatloaf first before they pop it in. I don't like that. It has a lot of grease that comes off of it a lot of times, so I typically don't do that. I let it cook for a little while and put the glaze on it later. But we're going to go ahead and mix up our glaze. So it's just going to be 1/4 cup of ketchup. And then we're going to use 1 teaspoon I grabbed the wrong one. Hang on. One teaspoon of mustard. And I just dumped it everywhere. I'm a messy cooker, as you can tell. So I have a nice cleanup afterwards. I'm going to add just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Just a squirt. And then we're going to use a big spoon of brown sugar. Just going to mix all that up real well. And once I take this out and check on it in 45 minutes, I'm going to place this glaze on top after I get all of the grease off. Alright, I have baked this for 43 minutes. I just happened to take a glance at it and I was like, okay, well, it's ready for the sauce. So I have dumped the sauce on the side and I'm going to put it back in for about 10 more minutes and take a look at it then.